Sorry.
Squidward or SpongeBob? They have a meme about him showing his grumpy face that says, every time the older I get, the more I understand this guy.
Right? Just wants to be left alone by the fucking crazy kids next door.
Yeah.
Broadcast is live.
Okay, hold on, I'm just gonna drop out the class. Well, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Mr. X's Tabletop RPGs for Idiots. I am your dumbass master, your dungeon master for tonight's games, Mr. X. Thank you for joining me. Alright. So, it's been a while, but thankfully Vance takes more meticulous notes than even I do. So, last time on Dungeons & Dragons, the party had just drank potions of water breathing and were headed down into the deeper descents of the dungeon of the old one. What happened next?
Well, we descended down the stairs, and there's 4 pillars in each corner of a square room, and there's pathways to our front, or pathways to our front and both sides. We vote to go straight and stay to the right. Heading to the double doors, we walk by, we see the 2 doors on the west. We vote to stealth to the double doors. We enter the room, alter with our... Oh wait, I think I went too far. Hold on, scratch that.
Nope, you're good.
Oh, that is right, yeah, okay.
I was all in accordance.
I want to
I'll try to make my voice better and start getting more into it, yeah. I'm still a little shy, but... how does he sound like? More like a deep voice. There was an altar with shark eyes and 2-headed sharks. There was a body floating above the altar, blood flowing everywhere. See, now he's ready to turn red.
No, what you should do is just pick like a really annoying accent and make Shadow regret it.
We decide to leave the room. We head to a 2 sections. North or south? Which way should we go? They beg, and we vote south. There's a room to the south. It's filled with 20 plus guards. I give a lesson. Yeah, and then there's a battle that ensues. What happens? I'm scared shitless. Fred destroys 14 in one big fireball. We are all impressed. Not so scared now. Again, let's talk about...
Greetings, combat.
About my dice. I get a natural 1, I drop one of my blades. Fred kills more again. No surprise. My turn again. I kill another. 10 damage. My health goes down to 72. But guess what? We defeat all the enemies. We go to the room. The coffers are in this big room. 2 coffers in a small room. Or coffers were in the big room, but there's 2 coffers in a small room. 676 small room, 300 big room. Then we decided to head back north, because that's the gold we got, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we ended up scoring the big blue. We headed back north. We come to a section. Go left to the stairs leading down to the 3rd floor. Those seaweed-covered coffers. Enemies! Another battle. A boss and a few. What will happen next? I was hit a bunch of times, down to 49. What will happen? Will I die, or will I conquer this battle? Oh no, I'm failing. I'm down to 36 now. One guy left, he ran away. I tried to dash after him, just make it to the bottom of the stairs. Kill tries 2 with no luck. We suck. We vote to follow the enemy down the long hallway. South or west this time? What will we do? We vote south. It bends east and then it bends west. We see a double door, 7 locks on a door, normal locks in quotation. Above each lock has a word above it. This is where I got to, there was too much information, so I'm probably going to get screwed up here. I just said I can read tree, open, close, close. Fred can read open, open, close. Combat, open, close. And then kill, I put open, but then I think the conversation got too much, then I couldn't hear the rest of it. So, okay, so that's right. And I didn't get kills. What was kills?
Kill could read the one that was in giant that says open.
Okay, and then what would combat?
That's
open,
my
close,
job,
right?
motherfucker.
And then Fred, open, open, close. Okay, so everything was good. Oh my god, I'm actually listening. We try to open it, no good. Locked up, good. Fred tries speaking Inferno, saying closed, nothing happens. I decide to look closer at the door for buttons, nothing. All 7 locks are locked tight. What on earth will we do? Take it away, Dungeon Master.
Alright, so yeah, that's where we pick up. You guys are in front of this strange door with words written upon it and 7 different locks, each with a corresponding word underneath of it. You guys are able to read 6 of the 7 words. One of them, none of you knows the language to. So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
How long have we been down here?
At this door? Total underwater, I'd say around 45 minutes probably by now.
Those you?
An hour per potion.
And we can read how many locks, sorry?
You can read 6 of the 7.
We can't communicate. No spot me?
Why can't we communicate?
Because you're underwater?
I thought we had like pillars over how that portion works.
Oh, I didn't even see Comet join. Hey, Comet.
I mean, if we're able to freeze ice,
But if we can't communicate, how do we talk to the blocks? Yeah,
I guess if we can't speak, then that ain't nothing to do with it.
Well, how come we didn't come back to that when I just read that other part when he read Inferno? Nothing happened.
Well, you said red. You never specified out loud.
Well, that's exactly what happened, though. You said you tried to speak Inferno to the door. Okay, so
Even if you tried to
that's...
speak, it wouldn't have mattered because we can't talk underwater, so...
Well, alright. I forget, how far down are we?
3rd floor.
How long would it take? I don't think it'll take us 45, considering...
But how do you drink a potion underwater? I think we're in trouble here. He's right. Like you said at the beginning, we're in trouble right now.
I think if we just swam, we could get back in 15.
To the top?
Yeah. The only reason it took us 45 to get here is because we were fighting and shit.
That's true.
And we had to explore. We didn't know where the fuck we were going. I think one of you have that survivalist thing where you can always find your way home.
That's out in the wilderness. That does not apply to buildings.
Shut up.
He can recognize trees, but when it comes to this stonework of symmetry and perfect line, it's like, what the fuck's going on here?
How's it bad? I don't see mold, so fuck it.
It's when things are imperfect that I can notice what's wrong with it.
But question. Would it...
I
Wouldn't
would...
it, being that it's underwater, have, like, plants and shit?
It seems these fishmen keep,
yeah, like
keep
moss
the
and stuff
tiles
going.
and such rather clean. You had sending stones, now you have sending stone.
Well. No.
Which you have to speak into like a walkie-talkie. It is not psychic. That's an earring thingy.
Alright, so this is what I guess we're gonna do.
Okay, so because I'm not too worried about it. The thing is, I'm pretty sure Fireball has casting components of speech, so technically Shadow wouldn't have been able to cast that Fireball. So, in limited proximity...
Give me a binder. Binder. Out loud.
Clearly say the words, like, yes, that's, I suppose that's a good observation.
I'm Midnighter.
But just to make things simple, limited proximity, basically 5 feet, you guys can talk to each other. So if you guys are like across the room, you can't be like, hey, Coldlock, I need you to run over there, flip the switch, and then punch that dude in the dick. Like, that's not gonna happen. But here in this tight hallway where you guys are sitting right in front of this locked door, I will allow you guys to deliberate and plan and such. Because that text chat that we had going over the last couple weeks would be totally invalid. Yes, they hear it in their mind, but that doesn't mean you don't speak aloud.
Alright, but the question is we can't drink another potion underwater, can we?
No. I don't see it possible, so that'd be weird if we could, but... Or technically, when we drank that stuff and we went down, that just means our mouth, we don't open our mouth, and so we should still be able to quickly put it in our mouth, right?
Water.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Harry Potter.
I
wife
think
wants me to watch that movie.
we probably have to get back up to drink this potion. can always go back to the surface, negotiate, discuss this shit, and then jump back in.
So we have 15 minutes to get back.
See a combination.
Can we try just like speaking that language closer to the lock, see if it does anything quickly, or
You
does
want
that
to
matter?
whisper some sweet nothings into it?
Well, like maybe because when you said you were speaking, it was like you were just standing there, or do we have to get close and try to say something, or I don't know.
I don't think speaking has anything to do with it.
Okay.
Model and year?
You were told that this was once, this was a city created by sea elves. They have guilds, I think. How many books am I gonna look into in the next 20 minutes, I wonder?
5. I'm gonna say 5. Are we betting?
So I've looked into the player's handbook, I just looked into the Dungeon Master's Guide, now I'm trying to find sea elves, and I don't even remember what book they're in. Yes. And there were many a building outside of this place which seemed to have been sunken by rising tide levels. Yes. But this place was taken over by whatever the hell the old one is, so there might be certain magical renovations that were created by such creatures. Just trying to give you guys all information so you can make the appropriate decision you wish to make. I mean, Shadow, you had somewhat of an idea, I remember in the message chat.
Which one? The one of them I was talking about, like, maybe the words were what they were supposed to be. Then the other one was maybe it's a pattern, so we need to change. I think it was the last one we could read because it was like a duplicate. I think it ended up being closed, but you kept saying like the arrangement had nothing to do with it, so
Yes.
So then
Just-
that goes
just to
back
help
to my
narrow
previous
things up a bit.
idea was to switch them, or
So the ones that say open, you open the lock, and the ones that say close,
Yes.
you keep closed?
yes, that was my idea.
My thought of it was
But
that,
wouldn't
that
it
we
say
can't read.
unlock and lock if that was the case? That's true.
It
That's
was just
true.
something in translation.
We open the ones that we know that say close, and then we just fucking try to. There can't be too many combinations.
Are they like drawers
Nope,
or
just
little doors?
just
or
door, 6 locks.
what kind of locks are they? They just simply don't.
Are they pickable locks?
Yes, they are pickable locks, and they are not super complex. The Ranger did an investigation check. There were no alternate buttons or anything. They're not super complicated. This is not like a bank vault door. It's more like a front door to somebody's simple abode.
I have a feeling this is we're making this too complicated.
Yes.
So,
but we could read a lot of those languages, and those it's open and unlock. Just try to unlock the fucking.
So basically, what you're saying is a trick puzzle, like a trick question.
are you guys going back?
Sir Foss. Can we make it back in 15 minutes? Or can
You
we
might
drink
be
potion?
stretching it. You might make it in time. Do you think it's going to take you 50... That's for you to decide.
We don't have the potion to waste.
I would say you guys could quickly pull the cork, put your thumb over it, and then try to do something. If you really think I'm going to let you guys waste magical items, then okay. Like... Yes, you can drink the potions underwater.
Oh, I was just about to say I was gonna just try it. You ruined my fun.
See? Someone gets the name of the fucking game!
Okay, I'm gonna try. So what do I have to roll to try that?
Alright, you go for the potion, you quickly unpour it, you see that yes, a little bit of liquid is coming out, so you put your thumb over it, so it stops it from leaking out. You only lost a little bit, so maybe you lost like a minute or two off of the spell. Who fucking knows? You'll have to find that out later. Can't tell you now. But with your thumb over it, you're pretty sure you can now shove it in your mouth, move your thumb, and drink it without consequence. Yes, you might dilute it a little bit with the water that's filling your esophagus and lungs, but for the most part, yes, you can probably drink the potion. Yes, you can drink the potion. Not probably, yes, you can do it.
So we got 15 minutes, we gotta wait. No point in drinking it now. Because I doubt it, like, fucking adds time. Yeah.
Shit.
So Vance,
So I don't
did
think
you want to try to drink the entire potion or just attempt to see if you could do it underwater?
We have any potions that we can...
Yeah, but it's 5 minutes. Like, I know I say that now, but then later down.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. It's like
He
shit.
said maybe. Maybe you'll lose the 5 minutes.
That's the thing in the game, though. You can't know certain things until you try.
Do we have a lesser potion we could try it on?
We don't have a lesser water breathing potion.
Or just any potion in
There's
general?
the potion of
Doesn't have to be a water
haste
breathing
that you guys picked up that you could try using. I'm sure the barbarian would love the fuck out of that thing.
Okay, I'm putting thought above that sentence I just wrote because I'm not sure if I'm doing this yet.
Fuck it, try the haste potion, go.
Do I have a haste potion? but how would I communicate that to you to give it to me? Or
We can
or are you
talk
gonna
within
do
5 feet, he said.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Proximity speaking is allowed.
It's like, oh, you called me a dumbass?
10 minutes?
I heard
You
that.
probably won't make it to the surface.
Damn it.
Oh my
You
God,
guys are giving me anxiety right now.
We're gonna drown.
So, Kill, are you trying the haste potion?
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Alrighty.
Say
So
that
you
again,
guys...
my kid distracted me. I did not hear what you just said.
Kolvok points up and starts swimming back the way you guys came. What would the rest of you like to do?
I mean, I guess go back since nobody tried a potion.
Okay.
Why not?
But we can.
Well, sorry, I forgot how many potions we had. Let me go back on my
3,
notes.
I think it was each.
Yes,
3
there were a
each?
total of 12 potions.
Yes.
Okay, so if I take one and waste one, and then we get too far in, I can't turn around, kind of thing, and just head back if I fail.
My concern is if it takes us 15 minutes to get back, that means it's gonna take us 15 minutes to get here.
Yeah, you guys spooked me enough. I'm heading towards Kill. I'm following Kill. I'm gone. I'm going. So I'm putting I follow Kill.
I'm gonna look at combat.
I mouthed the words pussy and shrugged my shoulders and just followed anyway.
I was thinking the same thing.
Alright, so everybody's headed back to the surface?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to roll me a d12?
Vance.
Hold on, I'm trying to write, dude.
His pussy
I'll-
ass is the one to convince everybody else to
Hold
go
on,
back.
D20, I'm got it. Here we go.
D12.
D12.
Oh, I was writing, so I wasn't listening.
That's not very nice.
12. I know, right?
No.
I got an 8.
Alrighty.
Water tornado. We lose 5 minutes.
Do some shit.
Alright, what speed are you guys moving at?
Normal speed?
Hurried speed?
Oh yeah, that's right, because the whole time we were
Speed?
stealthing. I'd say average speed. Average speed.
Normal speed?
Yeah,
So,
like we're
I
not
will tell
like,
you that-
exerting ourselves or anything.
Yes. At normal speed, you cannot make stealth checks. And also at hurried speed, you cannot make stealth checks. So, the enemy can potentially hear you coming. Alright, so were you guys... So yeah, I'm going to say you guys were down in front of that door for about 5 minutes, so it's about 10 minutes to get back to the surface.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Can I swim faster with my tail?
Nope! You gotta give yourself a swimming speed if you want to get through this.
Alright. So, I want to go, as we're going back, I want to look for any patterns or keys, shit like that. Anything lock related, or would be related to a lock. Yeah, that too.
No. Damn it.
That's what I said.
Alright. Takes you guys about 5 minutes to get back to the surface. You encounter no fishy men along the way, which could have burned up more time. Although battles are always less than a fucking minute. I don't get this game's fucking timing in battles, but that's just me. Kill a fucking ancient dragon in under a minute. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't fucking make sense at all.
That's
So,
just how powerful we are. That's never what she said.
is that what she said? Don't women usually like to go longer? That's not a conversation for right now. Oh,
That's what I said.
fair
I
enough.
said
Okay.
that's what she never said.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Sometimes the dungeon master doesn't like to listen to you guys either. So yeah, you make it back to the surface. Your dragon is watching over the room filled with all the dead bodies where slaves were formerly. Make perception checks, those who were trying to look at the walls.
That wasn't.
No Duagar. And it's pronounced
Is there a
Duagar.
stream going that I'm unaware of here? There is. There.
What? What's that combat? What?
Is there a stream going right now and I just fucking didn't even think about it?
Yes,
Yeah,
there is.
YouTube.
Alright,
On
we'll get in
YouTube,
there.
yeah.
Go do your kitchen. You didn't do your damn kitchen tonight, so you didn't do it. Don't look like it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You big dummy. There he is.
Child wants to keep staying up past bedtime, yet my child wants to keep giving me an attitude.
Grounded.
About to be fucked.
Yep.
Just
Have to make dinner for the next week.
Perception checks. Perception checks.
I'm working on it.
Perception checks.
Hormones, calm them.
Perception. Yeah, which number? I need a range between 1 and 30. I didn't hear no dice rolling.
got
Or
18.
the us of someone looking at their character sheet trying to figure out what their modifier was.
I wasn't looking at the walls, so...
I understand.
I rolled it in a padded dice roller, so
You said 15, Shadow?
18.
18? Alright.
Fuck you.
Where's the exact page? Let me read straight from the book. Essentially.
What are you, done?
All corridors are 10
Back
feet
there.
wide and 15 feet high.
Bring me the wheat thins in the
Construction consists of plain dressed stone.
back. Bring me the wheat thins from the bag.
By taking a chisel and a hammer and making it square. Alright, you guys are back at the surface. What would you like to do? I don't know, ask a dragon.
Yes, I'm asking the dragon.
Construction consists of plain dressed stone. Plain dressed stone.
So what did my dragon say while we're up here?
What dragon?
The
I'm just
dragon
kidding, your
dragon.
dragon is,
Oh, motherfucker.
it's not what I was hoping for. Nope, doesn't work. It's like asymmetrical bricks stacked on top of each other. Fucking goddamn it, you made me touch my mouse pad. Fuck up the coloration, you piece of shit. So yes, you ask Mushu, and he just tells you he nibbled on some fishy guts. Other than that, nothing going on. Nothing came in. Nothing came through.
Alright, well then we're clear.
What would you like to do?
Guess we got... What time of day is it?
Dark outside, at least you think, based on your guys' current sleep schedule? Always with the fucking long rests. No, you're not. You guys have probably been active for about 2 hours.
Damn.
An hour down below, an hour up here.
So guys, we have to discuss these fucking locks.
Yeah, because I'm like
10
down
hours.
at 36 HP now.
There's short rests as well.
say
How
we
does that
risk
not
it.
give you your double health? Oh. Perhaps you should have been more selective with them, but hey, who am I to judge? How many rages
I
do
mean,
you
he
have?
died once, you know.
Without... What? How many rages do you normally have? Which is the exact amount of battles you guys have been in. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the one where Shadow dropped a fireball and killed about near everybody, you probably didn't need to use the rage for that. What's the plan?
I say we do a short rest because I'm at 36 HP and I'm not gonna get caught with my pants
Kolbach
down.
wants a long rest, which means you guys will have to wait here for like 8 hours.
I mean, I could do for a fucking long rest too.
Alright, long rest.
What's your max HP?
Who are you asking?
Kolbach? What's everybody else's max HP?
Mine's only 75, I think. Let me just look at my sheet again. No, sorry, mine's 82. Mine's 82.
Even without rages, you have a lot of... Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. You guys decide what you want to do.
Fred, you're the only one who hasn't said anything yet. Long rest,
I'm just
short
letting
rest.
y'all hash this shit out.
I'm not asking anything. I'm just going for I'm going with whatever the the veterans are going with. Long rest. Long rest. We're doing.
Long rest it is.
Long rest it is.
Are you guys holding out here?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okie dokie. Someone roll me 2 d12s and take the higher.
So are we just gonna sit here and waste 12 hours and not negotiate this fucking lock situation?
You can. You don't have to sit in silence, but there is the potential in the middle of your conversation that fishy men come and find you guys.
And I'm at 36 health.
I'm talking about the party because nobody said anything about talking about this fucking locks. All they're
Yeah, I got
talking about
an
is
8.
sleeping.
Well, I got 8 and 2, so I took the highest.
Okie dokie. First 4 hours, no fishy men come upon you. So you may continue your conversations for 4 hours with no interruptions. And you may also take a long rest if that is what you wish to do, at least get some buffer hit points for if a fight does start before you can long rest.
What we doing,
Well,
gentlemen?
Okay, so
My
we
thinking
can't
of the
talk.
logs. What?
We can't talk to the log, so the language just confuses me.
Yes, we can. We can
Well, you
talk
said 5
within
feet for
5
understanding with us. Yeah, I thought you guys said for
Why not?
us. That
Why
Which
would not
means if you were 5 feet
a
away from the
lock be
door, and
same
if the
thing?
door has some sort of listening device, it would also be able to hear you within 5 feet if the fucking listening device is on the door.
I apologize for my ignorance.
It's all good.
Well, I say we just pick the locks that we know that say closed and switch them to open. And then the two that we don't know, we just keep picking them until the door opens.
No, we know one. We don't know one. We know all the
Oh,
others.
just one? Oh, then fuck it. We pick them all, then we... Then it should open. It's only gonna say 2 things.
How many people know how to do lock picking? Because I didn't have that skill, right?
No one in the party does, but someone can still attempt without having training. You just won't get a proficiency bonus unless you have the sleight of hand skill.
Mm.
All right.
Look, that's what we're going with here.
So the idea is to pick the lock. When the lock releases, you're supposed to speak the language at the same time, or how? Like, what does the language part come into picking
I
the
think the
lock?
speaking was just an assumption.
Oh, okay. So it's not. It's like, all right.
It's not necessarily a
Sure.
listening device that's fucking, you know... It's down there to hear us say whatever.
Okay.
Which is also an assumption. But there's a good possibility.
Okay, so why don't, like, who's the best in lock picking that's picked locks the most in this adventure?
I think combat's done it a couple times.
So can't we just, like, seeing how combat, we cleared the area up to that, and we had no interruption coming back, can we send somebody down, do the lock picking, see if it works? If it does
That
work,
would
then
mean
great. Because if we're not
like
wasting
10
all...
minutes to go down there, do possibly 15 to go down there, lock pick, and come back up to tell us it worked, just to go back down.
Yeah, but then we can share potions to get a little bit more time. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Not very well, I know, but...
Well, I'm going down no matter what, so... It's up to whoever who wants to follow me.
Alright, let's go.
Are you going down before the long rest?
No, after.
Okay. So, you've decided plan?
Apparently.
I will... Yeah, apparently.
Alright, I need 2 d12s. Take the higher again.
I got one. I got it. I got it. I got it. Just curious, why is there an advantage on the D12?
Because I want to force an encounter.
Okay. 4.
Next 4 hours go by, no problems. I need another d12 with advantage for the last 4 hours before you can start your long rest.
Am I doing that? I can do that. Hmm?
Go ahead, nobody else can.
7.
Alright, so you guys make it through 12 hours. No Sahuagin have come upon you. So, what is the shift order of watch? The 2 elves only need 4 hours of meditation.
I forget what we normally do.
Well, you guys aren't outside in daylight, so usually you and Kolvok would take the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours because you guys don't... Oh, wait, you do have dark vision. That's right. We kept fucking that up for some reason. So yeah, it's only Kolvok who cannot see in darkness, but you guys are inside of a building, so unless you have a torch, he is useless. No matter what time it is.
Unless I jump on his shoulders and guide him. Hmm?
Even when he... That's for you to remember, not me. If you have the goggles, then I'm wrong. Okay. So then back to my original question. What is the shift order? Within the 8 hours, a person can stay up for 2 hours of normal sleeping people to take watch. Then the elves 4 hours. So who's staying awake for the first 4? Who's staying awake for the last 4?
I'll take the first because Kovak is injured.
I'll take the last.
Okay, so Kolvok in combat will be the second half of the shift. Shadow and Boar are the first half. For the first 4 hours of your long rest. For the first 4 hours of your long rest, somebody give me a D12 advantage. Take the higher.
I got it. $12. Looks like we're fighting. I don't know.
Okay, so Boar and Shadow, you guys are up. Shadow, you're up for the first 2 hours. Nothing happens as you guys are keeping watch on the room. Boar, near the end of your watch, just as you're about getting ready to wake up Combat to take over and start his shift for watching. Well, not wake him up. He's still somewhat conscious of what's going on around him because he doesn't actually go to sleep. Just as you're about to tell him to switch shifts, you begin to hear something coming from below.
I hear somebody, so something's coming up from the stairs, right?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
And it's obviously fishing people.
I mean, you don't technically know that.
Yeah, you don't know yet, so what would you like to do?
So we hear someone, but we don't see.
You hear something sloshing around in the water in the where the stairs are.
So, honestly, you're probably the best better decision would be to immediately, get combat. It's harder to make up people that actually see combat.
Babe, wake up. I hear something in the kitchen.
Then go do something about it, bitch! I'm trying to sleep!
I don't think a pebble would be able to toss very well in underwater.
We're not underwater.
Oh yeah, it's only down to the third floor, right? Sorry. It's been a long week. My brain doesn't work very well. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Is there any rocks around me, or do I have to ask about that?
Yes, there
first?
are tons of loose rocks from the mining work that was going on from the slaves that used to be in here.
Okay, so I'll grab a small stone and throw it at Combat's shoulder.
Alrighty?
Do I have to roll for that?
No. As the elf monk who got stuck in a fucking chimney, there are some times that I feel shit should just fucking happen.
Or he's snoring. It'll be when he's snoring and I throw the pebble and it goes in his throat and I end up killing him.
Wouldn't suffocate him instantly. He can breathe or not breathe for a number of minutes equal to his constitution modifier.
See, that's why I said shoulder.
All you know, I fucking eat rocks anyway.
Oh, there you go. That's even better.
That's because he went down in a fucking well and it spoke to him.
Yeah, it was worth it.
I think the man is justified in being like, hey, rocks are fucking magical, guys!
So if I can't get drunk, I'm sure I can't be all fucking, I can't trip on acid or anything either.
He is immune to poisons.
Oh, nice.
And disease. But I never fucking use diseases, so...
Alright, so
the pebble hits Combat, and Combat looks at me, right? Is that what's happening?
Sure. Yeah, you throw the rocket, Combat, he opens his eyes, looks to you.
I'm gonna point towards the stairs and do the look that way thing.
I think you need to describe what that look is.
Okay.
I think you need to take a picture or a short video of you doing that look.
I would love to do that, but I don't think you remember. We can't share videos on PS Chat anymore. It has to be game video only.
On the map, which should be available on your YouTube screen, where do you guys want to be placed?
I'd say we put our backs into a corner.
that back corner, look at the top right.
Yep. I mean, this way it would have aided in our, keeping an eye on shit. Not ideal for actual fighting, but...
Ranger, where would you like to be, seeing as you are on patrol?
And we're in a big square room and the stairs are in the middle, right?
Yes.
Are you not watching the video?
My computer's charging. It needs a few more minutes.
Okay.
I'm doing
it's
it on the
almost square. It was on its way to being rectangular, but then you guys came in and interrupted the work. It still probably would have taken them months to get there, though, anyways.
Okay, so if
do you want to be near the group? Do you want to be across the room? Do you want to be watching the hallway?
I want to be the other side of, so if something comes out of the water, because they're going to be coming out of the water towards where the stairs are where the peak of the stairs are, that's where they're going to be facing. I want to be behind them.
Anyway.
If that's possible.
Yes, it is. You can look
Not
over top of them. I need to use the bathroom, so talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
That DM is garbage. What the fuck? So, kill, how's work?
Oh. And then...
Fuck.
Didn't last very long, huh? No.
Oh, that's not...
You got other options?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I want to say it was like 6 weeks. I don't know if that's fucking... Yeah. I could be wrong.
That is so long. Why would they do that?
It's because they had a fucking thing where it's like, people were getting $600 or something to fucking go back to work, but the stipulation was... So I'm thinking of something else. You get paid to go back to work, but you have to work at the job for 6 weeks in order to get that payment. I think unemployment's like 3 weeks.
All right, so Shadow, as you're laying there, the shoddy stonework that was being worked by overworked slaves who hate the predicament that they are in, it's real shoddy up there, and a massive bit of stone comes loose and falls down, crushing your character's head entirely.
Oh,
Who's a
shit.
shitty DM now, bitch? All right.
But I am wearing that necklace, so I, am pretty still alive.
That keeps you from making death saves. I just took you negative your max hit points. You insta-dead, bitch.
Oh, Vance didn't like that.
I guess so.
No, I think his old lady's probably going to work, so he's transferring.
Alright.
So while we wait for Vance to get back, I got some big shit to show y'all.
How you gonna do that?
Send it in the chat.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jimmy.
I've had mine set up like that for fucking ever.
Light
Oh,
some,
they even had it on the floor.
light some
But it
dragon
depended on the
incense
TV,
and fill it up with some mead.
Oh no, that was the goal until I read it, and it says decoration only. So it's like I'm a little afraid to attempt it.
Oh yeah, getcha. That's too bad.
When I bought it, I was dead ass excited. I'm like, ooh, I got a new D&D mug. I got a cup to drink, and then I looked on the bottom because I was like, how to wash it type situation, and it's like for decoration only. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, I found it. I turned it off.
Honestly, I don't know. I just picked up and started using it. Oh yeah. See, the way I pick up on things. So I pick
Hey,
up
combat.
like sayings from different races and just go with it.
Oh, that's where I heard it too. What happened when I?
You have completed a full rest.
Okay.
No one else.
So I would
I
have
will
slept,
remind
what,
you,
2
12
hours?
hours went
4
by.
hours?
You can spend hit dice.
I did. I did help 12 help that.
I was out for what, 4, right?
2 technically, because you were awake for 2 on guard.
Yeah, but you said it was at the end of combat or board shift, which is what, 4 hours, right?
6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours.
Yes. So you've been asleep for 2 hours, but you were... you were awake for the first 2 hours with Boar. Then the second 2 hours, Boar was by himself as you had gone to bed. We were nearing the end of the 4th hour of his shift, switching into combat, into combat's first 2 of his 4 before the final 4 where Kolvak would be awake. Does that make sense to everybody? Because that's the way I thought you guys fucking wanted it.
It sounded like you were putting it as 12 hours total.
I
No.
didn't realize that Border was up with me. So
Yes, he was. Because the elves only need 4 hours of meditation. So they have 4 hours of covering your guys' asses, and I'm sure they're getting sick of it.
Wait, okay, I guess I thought it was smart. Just having the shadow voice and they sleep, and they just,
but that would only give us
If you
8
guys
hours to
want to
cover.
be that kind of dickbags, by all means.
Well, is it being a dickbag against us?
I'm just...
The whole crew up faster. That's how I was looking at it.
You need 8 hours of non-strenuous activity. When you are on watch, you're not doing anything too extreme. That is why you're able to do 2 hours of watch. Up to 2 hours of watch. If you go beyond that, you're not actually getting a long rest.
Yeah, okay. Well, fine. Still is 8 time, yeah.
Anyway,
So combat, you were woken up. Vance is pointing towards the stairs like, listen, bitch. There you go.
yes. I mean, my initiative
Seems like a
tracker
very
thing.
hostile session. And I don't think we have combat unless he's talking to himself right now.
Who?
You!
Well, I didn't hear what happened. I'm sorry.
You were awoken by Vance. He made the motion for you to look at the stairs. That's where we're at.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do a stealth check over to the fucking edge of the stairs and peek around that fucking corner.
They're not coming from here, they're coming up from the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
I just imagined there was like a fucking some sort of little wall, or is it just like a flat?
Yes, there is like a kind of railing thing that Boar is standing at.
Okay, yeah. Just stealth up there, try to peek down and see what I can see.
Alrighty. So, you guys look over the edge to see
7 fishy people coming up.
7. There's nowhere really to hide.
Not really. There is not much in this room except for the railing, and even if you guys hit at that railing, your sleeping buddies cannot make stealth checks.
Wouldn't wake up fast enough.
Yeah. Alright.
And not only that, I think because we're not fully rested, we can't do them either.
Resources.
So it looks like you half sleepers get to fight. I finished my nap.
Otherwise, you're gonna have 2 more fucking enemies to fight. Alright, what we doing? True.
Son of a bitch.
Is it up to us how hard of a sleeper we are? Or is that like a character thing?
Yeah, that's up to you. I would imagine Kolvok is a very loud snorer.
So
But that's not for me to
translation,
decide.
we've adapted to loud noises.
I would hope so. I mean, the dude
It doesn't
starts out
really
every
work. My
morning
wife,
with
can contest to
Evaco!
What was that, Lance?
I said that doesn't actually happen. My wife can contest to that. You can't get used to loud noises when somebody's snoring.
How... Do they have night vision, these fucking fish people?
How would you know?
Yeah, I guess not.
I
Do a
will-
history check.
I'd assume, being that they're
There's
in the dark
been
a
no
lot, they've
torches
adapted.
on this upper level. Use that information how you choose.
Yeah.
No torches.
No torches.
So,
I'm basically seeing
I'm just gonna take it as like some
It would
trade
seem like it.
it's adapted. So,
Yeah, I think it's like
kind of
more
want
people
to
type
just,
situation.
if we're back in that corner, we could try at least hiding and hope they just pass us. Because we might not be in the line of sight. Unless they're really looking for us.
But if we're sleeping, technically we don't stealth check.
Well, would that even be a stealth check?
I
I would.
think that-
Okay, so it would be a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Fuck. So I mean, do we have like?
And then you also left a bunch of dead bodies in this room.
Oh yeah.
Dead bodies
closed.
everywhere. I thought the dragon was eating it. Eating all the bodies.
This is the dragon compared to you. You are like 4 times, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 times its size. And this room was not 7. It was much more than that.
And not only that, being that we were only down there for, I'd say at most an hour, without me telling Mushu to eat him, probably wouldn't have done it.
He was eating a little bit of the guts of one of them, but
So it's been eaten out of hunger instead of out of
command.
evidence command. Well,
Okay, there were 8 dead bodies. I thought this was a room that had more. It was the slaves
this
that I was
point-
thinking of, I guess.
Kovac and I are doing shit but sleeping, so this is currently up to Boar and Combat.
Yeah, so Boar in combat, you guys see emerging out of the water 7 fishermen. What would you guys like to do? Would you like to make a stealth check to try to get a surprise round on these motherfuckers? Or are you just gonna jump in and start the attack?
You could try, I don't know, if you wanted, if you kind of want to stay in combat, just draw their attention. How maybe we can come in with a surprise round.
But that would require
The perception
that
checks
would be-
are at disadvantage while you are sleeping.
that would basically, from what I'm grasping and understanding, we would be risking Combat and Boar fighting for, I think, if I'm calculating correctly, 4 hours by themselves.
Yes.
Yes. And Boar's stealth checks have not been the greatest.
Shut up.
But also the other problem is they only seen.
He's
7
finished a
times.
long rest, so he needs to be awake for 16 hours to be able to get another one.
Oh,
And at
my
least,
computer's
what, 8
finally
for a
on.
short, right?
I missed the trolls.
What?
What is it, at least 8 for a short rest?
Short rests. You can literally take a short rest, get into a battle, and then take another short rest right after that. Take a 30-second battle.
Combat, that's actually advantageous for combat.
He gets his points back on short rest.
So that means an elf's got a good chance of coming back to the city.
Well, my input is done.
Crits when you attack in close range on an unconscious target.
Alright, well,
And this
Let's
is
let
why I
Foreign
did
Combat decide it.
D12s at advantage, to show you guys that sometimes it's better to just rush through the dungeon than fucking sit around on your asses.
I didn't want to come back.
What?
Yep, just start attacking then.
Now we're
Do you
in
want
the crit?
to try to get an advantage round? Surprise round? Round of surprise?
Stealth is at disadvantage, right?
No, you guys are the only ones acting. I'm not going to make the people in the corner make a stealth check. Like, even if I make them make a stealth check, they're not getting in on the surprise round. So even if Kolvok fails and you succeed, you still get to do something in the surprise round. But Kolvok doesn't, which doesn't matter because he's unconscious.
Yeah, you can even use us and fucking use this as a distraction or whatever.
Alright, well, we'll try for the advantage then.
Alrighty, I need Boar and Combat to make me stealth checks.
14.
So I think my new pen is already dead.
Are you taking notes too?
No, I'm drawing.
What are you drawing?
This is motherfucker. When you came out here with like secretary notes, I stopped taking them.
Well, it helps us all, doesn't it? Kind of.
Yeah. I kind of officially decided that I'm going to start taking notes and shit again at our next campaign.
When I'm a healer.
Oh, because if I get the character I want, I'm going to want records.
Our next campaign might not be Dungeons and Dragons. I'll just
Oh, yeah,
warn you
said you were
that.
gonna change it up. What
The
was the one
fuck
you were
else is
talking
there?
about? That game that guy was talking about, the troll.
Oh, the fucking.
I don't think that one was a troll.
No.
That's what we're playing next, bitches.
There's Cyberpunk, fucking Star Wars.
Looks like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it was Cyberpunk. That was the one we were talking about.
No.
But it's virtually the same concept, though, right?
Yeah, but there's more of a fantasy element to it. There was much more.
Is there more shit I'm going to have to learn?
Well, if you're starting a whole new fucking.
Still haven't even learned this.
Totally different system. Doesn't use a D20. Uses D10s and D6s.
Is there like a book or something I can start learning this shit?
It's right there out at the table.
Yeah. Cyberpunk
Hey,
Red.
combat.
Find it online or at your local game store.
Take a guess on what the fuck I want to tell you right now.
But you're not
Combat,
watching
what was your
the stream.
stealth check?
You are a
No,
very
not
observant
22.
person.
Yeah, better have been thank you fucking bastard.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, huh?
Where is my...
I have to bite the bullet and start playing that game too. Just
So do I.
in full price. Yeah,
So do
I
I.
still haven't got into it.
I've played, I just haven't gotten far or beaten it. I didn't catch any of those. I didn't
Yeah,
catch any
yeah.
issues for complaint.
I never knew what the issues were.
I didn't.
Well, were you
I just
playing
went by
on
what people said, and they said
computer
just don't
combat?
play it until they fix it.
Yeah.
The computer has way less bugs from what I've heard. Console got screwed in the ass.
Yeah.
I've played console and I didn't have any issues.
I
I think I
played
had
just the
one
first
lag
part, and I had no
situation.
issue.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm liking this design.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna clean it up a bit.
Combat and Boar, please roll me initiative.
That's dumb.
I need a new D&D box. Or at this point, it should be called a role-playing box, since, you know, we ain't fucking doing D&D now. I got all fucking excited about my new fucking character, you bastards.
Wait, how close are we into this campaign?
So, I'm not gonna be a dick DM and just force my game onto you guys. It's just for the past few months, ever since I got that book that's sitting on the table, I've been extensively preparing a Cyberpunk campaign, but I will give you guys a menu of choices to choose from, and if you don't want to do Cyberpunk, then we're not doing Cyberpunk. Just know that I'll hate you all. And that I'll probably kill you as fast as I can and strike off options from the menu until we're down to Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Okay,
they'd be
at
like,
that
I
point,
ain't
we're
helping
gonna-
you no more.
I'm
No
gonna
offense to you,
intentionally
bitches.
choose every option until we get there. Because I'll start studying up on it. Although I think I still could have the type of character I wanted, so.
It's potential. Like, yeah, I don't know. Cyberpunk is interesting because it takes D&D classes and puts them into a modern futuristic setting. Like, there is a bard in Cyberpunk. It's Johnny Silverhand fucking Rocker Boy. Like, it's amazing. You literally can convince your fans to do shit for you based on how much clout you have as a Rocker Boy. It's fucking amazing. I want to play a Rocker Boy character so bad. But I'm a forever DM, so that's not gonna happen. Oh, God. Okay. Combat and Boar, what were your initiative rolls?
21.
Oh, 9.
9.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 4.
Alrighty. Alrighty, these things are sort of giving a quick scan of things as they are headed up the stairway, but they do not notice you guys waiting in approach behind them. So, Combat and Boar, you will each get a round of action before they do anything. Combat, you are the first to go. What would you like to do? You are here, they are around a lip, so like this guy, these three that are sort of in front of you, you can't actually attack because you're about 15 feet above them.
Yeah. No, I'll just attack that first guy coming up. I thought there was a possibility of me kicking one guy into another, but I don't know. That's fine.
Surprise.
Alright, so you circle around and approach the leader type guy at the head of the group. Go ahead and make your tackles.
Okay, 23.
23, that'll hit.
19.
That'll hit.
17.
That'll hit.
29.
29 points of damage total. He is still standing. Alright, would you like the key pump for a fourth attack, or key pump for a disengage or a dodge action so that it is harder for the enemy to hit you? Oh wait, no, shit. You can't
I
do
didn't want
the...
to anyway. That's
Your
fine.
bonus action was your third attack, so all you can really do is pump for a fourth attack if you so desire.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so Boar, it is your turn. The first 6 rows, or the 2 rows closest to you are below you, so you have advantage with elevation. What would you like to do?
I'll shoot the guy in the middle, right in the face.
Lowest, like the closest one to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll 2d20, take the higher, plus 11 for your attack bonus.
Oh, shit.
Kill, look at that.
27.
27, that'll hit. Go ahead, roll damage. D8 plus 5, I believe.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't forgetting. I was just answering a text, my bad. Fucking 3 plus 5, 8.
8 damage on
I got
number 2.
What's up, combat?
These are half baked. Sorry. Probably, yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and make your second attack. Same target.
Sweet. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, 30.
That'll hit.
Sorry.
Was that a natural? No, that was a 19.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, here goes my damage. 7 plus 5, so 12.
Send down your second arrow into his head, and he flops into the water and just floats around dead.
And I give him the middle finger.
What are you, 12?
I was gonna
I'll
say,
play
'cause, like, is
D&D,
that even a
man.
gesture in this time?
Come here. Come here.
Oh, yeah.
Come here.
So he's like, he's one of those kids, you know, they run away and then they fuck shit up and then tease them. I think I heard it at one point, I just don't remember it.
Archery. It was something. Yep. All right.
Is that true?
Boar.
Though? You like can't use your bow without it.
That was your turn. Back to the top. Combat. It is your turn once again.
Alright, so you already took down 1.
Yes, he took down number 2 out of the 5 that are numbered. There are 2 that are not numbered because I don't need them to be numbered because I know they're different categories of enemy.
Okay, so the guy that I attacked first is still up then?
Yep.
Alright, I'll attack him 3 times again.
Very good.
15.
That one misses.
Natural 20.
That one makes up for the miss.
And then 16.
That one hits.
She's right there.
$18, $30.
Did you give me damage?
Yeah, 30.
30? Alrighty. pummel that guy with a barrage of attacks, and he is down.
Shit, we should sleep more often, Kill.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
See, now I'm gonna get a natural one, you bastard.
I have 5 guys and only 2 targets to hit.
I mean, you had your bad night, so...
Alright, so first on you, combat. One wielding a big ass hammer. It's not really that big. It's not the biggest of hammers, but it's sizable. Are you at max health combat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am now too because I only had that 4-hour rest, right? So I'm back at 82.
You have not had a 4-hour rest. You have been watching your friendly sleep for 4 hours.
So I'm screwed.
Sorry, I forget that you're new.
I'm
So
only 36.
you guys passed a long ass fucking time, so you can take a short rest, which means you can use some of your unexpended hit dice to try to get some hit points back. So you being a ranger type, you have access to 11d8 that you can roll. I believe you've used a couple already in a... Wait, no, you guys haven't really taken a short rest. Yeah. So you should have full hit dice. So you have 11d8s that you can use to try to top yourself off. So you roll a d8.
And I can do that during my turn, right? So it just
you can
counts
do
as
this
my hit
now,
time.
so you know what health you are at before I start to fuck you up.
Okay. So I'm gonna 11 d8s.
You don't have to use all of them. You can go one at a time until you get to your appropriate desired hit point level. Like, you don't have to take yourself up to max. And then the other thing is, when you take a long rest, you only get back half of your hit dice. So if you use all of your hit dice now, and then you finish your long rest, you will only have access to 6 hit dice if you try to take a short rest after your long rest. So there is still a bit of resource management when it comes to your hit dice.
Interesting.
Okay, so combat, first attack, 18 to hit. And 6 points of damage on the first strike. And because you are no longer at maximum hit points, they now have advantage. Wow. 2 and a 3. That's comforting. Second attack misses. Then the other 2 charge up to surround you. Yep, you are surrounded. You are not going anywhere. I guess you have diagonal slots, but... So, one of them will attack with his spur. Oh. These guys have multi-attack too? Alright. So, first, one going to try to bite you. And is going to hit on the bite attack. D4 plus 4 points of damage on the bite attack. Then he's going to try to stab you with a spear. That one's going to hit. D8.
3 points of damage on a stabby attack. Then the one behind you is going to do the same thing. Bite. That will hit. 2 points of damage on the bite. Stabby attack with the spear. That will hit. 8 points of damage on the spear stabby.
That's to
Boar.
me.
Yes, combat. That was all on you.
Take it like a champ. Brush it off.
I'll remind you guys that this game is built on action economy, and the people that have greater numbers are usually likely to win. Now, Boar. This one, the closest one to you is going to make a bite attack. Are you at max hit points?
No, I'm only at 36 if you said I didn't rest.
You got the short rest, so you can expend hit dice to bring yourself back up. You roll
so
a
I have to do
d8,
that
add
now,
your
so
Constitution modifier. What?
Technically, I'm still only at 36 because I haven't done anything yet, right?
You can do that before I do damage to you. Because you guys sat around for 12 hours, you got a short rest in.
Sorry, I was just looking at some Facebook posts came in. Apparently a tornado just hit Barrie, Ontario, where close to my family stuff is. I'm just monitoring.
It's all good.
That's the first tornado to ever hit Ontario in Canada ever, so that's pretty crazy. Shannon's family's actually over in Barrie. So. Okay, I'm gonna do, what's the Constitution?
Constitution modifier,
+1.
add that to the
crap.
d8. That is the number of hit points you heal. So you roll a d8, you get a 2. If your Constitution modifier is 3, you heal 5 hit points.
I just got 6. That's
6
with the
plus
one.
your Constitution modifier is how much you heal, and you can do this up to 11 times.
So add this up, so I got 6. 2. Each.
How's that? Where's that permanent marker? That permanent marker up. Well, help me find it.
Okay, so I'm at 52 now. I'm gonna keep going, so that was only 3 times.
I don't think it's on this table. Is it on that table or that table? Yeah, it's that permanent marker.
Okay, so I'm at 55 now, and that was with 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls. So
Are you comfortable at that amount?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty nervous here. I'm gonna do a couple more, 2 more. So this is every session I can do that, or is this like
When the
we have to go
group
to
decides to do a short rest, you can do
Okay.
this.
8. Okay, I'm at 70. That's good.
Okay, but not max hit points?
No, max hit points is 82. But can I do it at each turn if I go down?
No, that was before this battle. You performed your
Okay,
short
so
rest.
I'm
Now
not-
that you are in the heat of
so let's go
battle,
again.
you can't heal up. So this is, you need to decide what you want to do before I start fucking you up.
Okay, I'm at 80. That's the max. I'm 82 is my max. So
Okay, so you're comfortable at 80?
yeah.
Okay. These things have bloodlust because you are not at max. They get advantage on their attacks. That is the only reason I asked.
Damn it!
trust me, you don't really want to spend a D8 on 2 hit points.
No, that's not.
Because that'll be the moment you get an 8, and you'll be like, oh, cool! Could have rolled that earlier. Alright, bite attack. 17 to hit your armor class.
Damn, you just hit me 17?
No, not 17 damage. Is your armor class
Is
17?
Yeah. Okay.
It is 17? Okay, then that is a
It
hit.
is 17, yeah.
Okay, so bite damage is 5 points of damage. Then you're going to try to stab you with a spear. Ooh, come on, that was almost a natural 20. That one's going to miss with the stabby spear. And then the one who couldn't quite get up to you with his full movement is just going to throw a spur at you. He does not get advantage because it needs to be melee attacks. And I rolled a 4, so he ain't going to hit shit. So that soars right over your shoulder. And now it is your turn. You have an enemy within close proximity to you, so if you try to use your bow, you will be at disadvantage. You can move away, but if you try to move away, he will get a opportunity attack, which is just one free strike at you as you try to get away from him. What would you like to do?
I can switch to my melee, which the melee attack...
You can drop your bow and draw one sword. You have to take a feat to be able to draw your second sword.
And that counts as a
This
smooth
turn
one.
you can draw one sword. Next turn you can draw your second sword.
Okay, so I only get the advantage if I have the 2. So disadvantage with melee, 2 d20s take lower. Didn't I drop? I dropped one last time and we had this attack. Okay, so the melee attack d20 plus 9, which is my dex and proficiency bonus.
Yes.
That's only with the 2, right? So with the 1, what would only 1 be?
You get 2 sword attacks normally.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if I have 2, it's still d20 plus my 9, which is my dex and my
If you had your second sword out, you would get a third sword attack.
Okay, so I could just attack once with a d20 plus 9, right?
Twice, d20 plus 9.
Oh, okay, and the 2 is for 3. Okay, makes more sense. Alright. Let's do that. Come on, shipwreck dice, give me something good.
Shipwreck. You want something good?
Don't fucking talk to me like that.
27.
27 to hit,
And
that'll
I'm
do it.
doing d6 plus 5, right?
Yes.
12.
12 points of damage. Alright. Still standing.
So I can do it again?
Yes.
24.
That'll hit.
9.
9. Alright, so you slash into his abdomen and then go for the gut, and his guts start to spill out at your feet as he dies.
Yeah. And yet those two guys are still sleeping with all this battling going on.
Yep.
As we come to the end
I
of
guess
the first
Phil's snoring was
round
pretty loud.
of intense battling, Kolvok and Shadow, go ahead and make perception checks for me at disadvantage. You guys are sleeping soundly, dreaming of electric sheep. Guess what that means?
Electric sheep?
Yep, they're androids.
Oh.
You've never heard of that book? Do Androids
No.
Dream of Electric Sheep, written by Philip K. Dick, the inspiration for the movie Blade Runner?
I don't even think I've seen Blade Runner.
Oh my
What?
Uh-oh.
It's so good.
Jeez, wow, it must be a good movie.
Well, we know
It's
what you're watching.
so.
We wouldn't have Cyberpunk 2077 if it weren't for that goddamn movie. Like that entire game is a fucking Blade Runner reference.
Oh.
Like, you know how there's a bunch of fucking Asian advertisements and you're like, why the fuck are there a bunch of Asian advertisements in the fucking Americas? That's because of Blade Runner, bitch!
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
we're back to the top with combat.
You should really see Blade Runner. It's
I'm gonna
really.
write that down.
They, they want you to see Blade Runner.
So I'm over at the corner of that fucking railing, right? There's 3 guys in front of me.
You are here, surrounded by these 3 guys.
Okay. Whirlwind kick.
There's 2 dudes with spears and 1 guy who's got a hammer.
Cobra Kai.
You want to go for hammer time or one of the spear guys?
No, Tech got the hammer.
Very good. He does seem a little beefier, a little meatier, a little hardier, if you know what I mean.
Alright, 19.
19, that'll hit.
23.
Yep, that'll do it.
And 19.
That'll do it too.
36.
36 all together. Pa pa pa! Just 3 successive blows into him, and he flies back, splashes into the water dead. Alrighty, that is your turn. So that is grunt number 1 gone. Alright, so 2 surrounding you. Combat are going to make their 2 attacks. First one, a bite attack. Natural 20. Five points of damage. Second attack with the spear. That one's gonna hit. 3 points of damage. Just getting nicks on you. And then this guy is gonna rush up next to you, boar. Bite attack. Miss. Spear attack. Miss. It is your turn, boar. So you can draw your second sword and make 3 attacks, if you need it, on this guy.
We haven't hit him yet, though, so he's full health.
This dude, no, you have not hit yet.
Alright, let's slash his face up.
Very good. Draw your second sword, make your first attack.
Make sure I'm not just so yeah, close. So 19 for the first, that's with the plus 9.
Yep, that'll hit.
6.
6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Wait, yeah, natural 1 doesn't work with the 6 dice, right?
No.
I know that.
No.
Okay.
It's only a d20.
It's 26.
26, yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh. And then I just got 11, yeah, so it's plus 5.
Alright, with your second strike, you slash that dude's throat, and he gurgles as he falls to his knees, grasping at your cloak, and then dies at your feet. You still have
So
your
now-
third attack, so if you
But
would
I
like
can't do anything if it's a melee, right?
You can run up on number 5, potentially, get behind him, have flanking, have advantage on your third strike, and hit him with your secondary sword. Or your main sword,
okay.
depending on how you want to fucking cinematically rule it. Like, maybe you went left, right, left, or right, left, right, or right, right, left, left. Well, that doesn't work, but you get it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, you run up behind number 5, you have advantage, so 2d20, take the higher.
10.
10?
Wait, that's still plus, right?
Yes, you still get your
Is
bonus.
That's
So with
plus
your
9,
damage
so yeah, 19.
on this strike, do not add your dexterity modifier, only the d6.
It's just whatever it comes up, okay.
Yes, whatever the dice is, that is how it lay.
Fucking 2.
Took a little Mickey damage. Alright. I didn't realize I just made a pop reference. Back to the top with combat.
Alright. I'll just attack one of these spear guys, don't matter which one, really. Or no.
If you attack number 5, you will have advantage because you and Boar are flanking.
Okay.
Or you can focus on the target that you don't have advantage and then just wallop the dude who's stuck between you guys.
Yeah, so I'll attack the guy without advantage.
Okay. That'll hit.
14.
That'll hit.
And then 24.
That'll definitely hit. All right, you send 3 successive attacks into that dude and take him out. See big old brown or purple bruises develop on his blue skin. He is out. Would you like to make a 4th attack on the dude or proceed?
Is he that weak?
He's taken a nick from Boar, but unlikely that your one hit will take him out. So you can still save your resources, even though it's basically the end of the fight. And you're gonna take a long. Oh wait, no, that's right. You got your full long rest.
Those are cool pictures, Fred. I just saw that.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't needed him yet, so I might as well just hold on to him. So I'm good.
All right, so it's gonna be that guy's turn. Gonna try to bite you, combat. That's gonna hit. That's 3 points of damage, and then he's gonna turn at you, Boar, and attack with his spear. That's gonna hit. And that'll be 9 points of damage as he bites into combat, turns, and then lunges a spear and hits you in the gut with it. Alright, that is his turn. Boar, it is your turn. You can make your 3 attacks.
Alright. Let's go again.
You have advantage, so 2d20, take the higher.
Oh, okay. 17.
17, that'll hit.
Do it again.
Yeah,
damage,
you can,
right?
you can. He's pretty fresh up, so if you just want to roll all of your hits and then do damage afterwards, that's fine by me.
Oh, okay. 13.
13, that'll hit.
7.
7?
Yeah.
With your plus 9?
Oh, sorry. Fuck, I keep forgetting that.
You'll hit. All three
So
hit.
now-
So
So-
2d6 will get your +5, 1d6 does not. So basically 3d6 plus 10 will be your damage. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot a couple rounds went, guys. Bye.
It's cool. I mean, honestly,
18.
18 total. You eviscerate that dude with your 3 strikes.
I don't think I would have woke up either. I got 8.
8 and a 9.
8 and a 9. No, I would say probably at least a 12. You guys would need to wake up.
Yeah. Me and Chad are gonna wake up.
Where are these fresh dead bodies from? I don't remember killing those guys. You
Why are you
didn't.
guys exhausted?
Shut up.
You guys look sweaty as fuck right now.
Shut up and watch me sleep.
I'm alive, ready to do shit. You guys are going to sleep. What the fuck?
I've been doing numbers, but I'm pretty sure there's more. Or more than there was.
Me see 7. Me wake up. Me see more.
Alrighty. So, you guys, are these those creatures from Dead Space? They multiply from dead bodies?
But they're still dead.
I don't want to listen to corn.
They
after
reproduce asexually, even when they're dead,
Wow.
even though that's pointless.
Vance wants to listen to porn.
this. I said corn.
No, I heard you say
Because he keeps saying dead bodies everywhere. This is the 3rd time he said it.
Dead bodies everywhere. Dead bodies
like to do
everywhere. Dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah, I love corn.
All right.
Period. That's
So
my
you've
favorite
mopped
word.
up the 7 patrolling fishymen Sahuagin. Combat and Kolok, or not, combat and Boar. What would you like to do?
So everybody's dead. And can we go slap the back of the heads of those deep sleepers and say wake the fuck up, or are they already up?
I mean, technically,
Yes, you have
the fight was
that.
only like a few minutes, so we're probably not full rested yet.
No, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that combat was, I think, like 5 rounds, so that took you 30 seconds to do. This is why I hate combat. This is why I hate not you combat. This is why I hate the timing of combat in Dungeons and Dragons.
So late.
6 seconds a round, but that's everyone acting in 6 seconds a round.
Like 6 seconds a person, you know?
That's what I kind of thought, but no, it is 6 seconds of... Because you're technically acting simultaneously. Like, it would be weird if people were like, alright, I am going to strike you, ha ha! Give me what you got, bitch! You have exactly 6 seconds to do whatever you want to me! Alright, your 6 seconds are up, I now have at thee!
I gotta wait for that other person's turn to end though, and then I'll come in.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's a tabletop game. You can only simulate realism so far. Like other game, like that one Fantasy Age system that you, Justin, and Matt did, their rounds are 15 seconds. That's a little more acceptable to me. Cause then it's like 4 rounds is a minute. Like that makes more sense to me instead of 10 rounds being a minute. Cause I have like never been a part of a combat that has gone for 10 fucking rounds.
Yeah, right?
And like that's like I said, a fucking tear ass. You guys kill in a minute or less? No, you do not kill Godzilla in a minute or less. There are tanks firing at this thing fucking for minutes on end, and they don't do shit to it. But I digress.
Book to end, it says in the book.
Yeah, I know. Around last 6 seconds. Around. Alrighty.
Fuck,
So-
LARPing goes longer than that shit.
Yeah, because they can realistically convey time in a real-time environment. Or who knows, maybe they do the D&D thing. It's like, nope, that was 30 seconds. But we were just fighting for an hour. No! Out of game you were fighting for an hour, but in game, that only took you 30 fucking seconds! It's like, dude, that took a fucking hour. Shut up. Alrighty, so yes, the enemies have been killed. Combat and Boar, what would you guys like to do? Boar, are you going to slap the sleepers awake and be like, hey,
No.
we almost died while you laid there and did nothing?
Can I put all the bodies around them though? Can we like drag the bodies and like pile them up right next to them, and then we can just like sit on top and wait for them to wake up?
Sure, by all means.
How would that work anyway? If they did slap us in the back of the head and woke us up?
I would do a perception check, no disadvantage.
So like we could go back
Because
to sleep,
it's
potentially.
direct. But depending on how you want to rule your character, like I would think Kolvok is probably a violent dreamer, so you'd probably want to poke him with a stick so that he doesn't punch you in the face because you fucking woke him up from a glorious dream where he was slaying armies of giants.
Put you in a headlock or something, you know, and fucking just
Teddy bear! Full Nelson! Full Nelson! I tap out!
hey man, like rats.
All he had to do was fly. I think that literally happens later in the fucking Majin Vegeta versus Goku fight. I think one of them gets a fucking headlock like that, and the other proceeds to fly them into a mountainside.
Or right, or front flip, like, I mean, maybe all that hair would create a cushion.
Right. Alrighty. So, returning to normal shifts, Boar, you are going into your 4-hour meditation while Combat stays awake for...
The rest.
Yes.
Forever. I'll never sleep again.
If you would like, you can... If in your first hour nothing happens, you can register a short rest.
I mean, at this point, you have to have enough body to do something on the wall.
No, Boar's piled those up in front of you guys.
That's the just do what they do in the forest and build totems of their fucking body parts.
God. Oh god, that's morbid.
Build a
Are you
wall with them, and
dismembering
every
them?
time you see an enemy, you just go, ooh, brick.
Yeah. You can do that in the forest, by the way, Midnighter. I don't know how far you got into it.
Alrighty, so as the second, 4th hour shift begins, someone roll me a D12. Only one.
Don't do it, it's a trick.
I say, Combat, do it. He's awake.
Eating ice cream.
Oh, he's eating ice cream.
I also fought a fucking full battle with a
he
fucking
got it.
ranger.
Yeah, that must have been the hardest part with the ranger.
I mean, I practically did everything.
Well, he did the setting up for secure strength.
No.
The one that
He's
they
silent
created
anyway, so it
advantage
doesn't matter.
on, Boar killed.
Yeah, that was a pretty good kill streak.
Boar killed 4 of the 7. So
Yeah, I don't care.
he killed all of his targets independent of combat, just as combat killed all of his targets independent of Boar.
Listen, are we comparing records here? I mean, what happened when we first started this whole fucking place?
I'm clarifying information. That's all I'm doing.
I'm a motherfucking death machine.
All right, D12.
Kill said he got 7.
Oh. All right. Next 4 hours go by with no interruptions. Everybody's got a long rest. Combat, you can do a short rest to get spend some hit dice.
4 of them, technically, right?
They're cool.
Oh, you can spend as many dice as you want on rest, right?
Yes. Yes, you can spend all 11 if you so choose. Just realize that if you do spend all 11, you only get half back at the next long rest. You guys were like 3/4 way of the dungeon, and then you went back to like 1/4 through the dungeon.
Not by choice. I mean, technically, I could say
Someone chose.
that myself. I could have stayed down below.
But you didn't.
Listen, next time I
No,
will.
no.
All right, so everybody's rested up. What would you like to do?
Get a bowl of cereal.
These fishmen don't seem to have any cereal or milk that you've seen anywhere. And even if they did, it'd be pretty fucking soggy. And soggy cereal is the worst. And anyone who disagrees with that, get the fuck out of my game.
Alright, goodbye. No.
Seriously, eat some frosted mini wheats that are fucking soggy and tell me that shit is good.
It's not bad. No.
Oh, combat was kicked. What?
He was?
Kicked from what?
I didn't do that. Alrighty. So,
Well, we got our long rest. We're all good to go. Let's get the fuck back down there and start picking locks.
alright, so you guys head down, not having drank any potions, because no one said you were drinking potions, and you all begin to drown.
Damn it.
Well, I guess we're gonna test if we can drink underwater.
I'm kidding.
How long could we go without, like, how do we test holding breath?
The rules are... Well, okay, so if you didn't drink potions and you went in under the assumption that you had drank a potion and you engulfed an entire lungful of water, you would be starting to drown, and I'd be having you guys make Constitution saving throws because you willfully took water into your own bodies instead of trying to hold your breath for the amount of minutes your Constitution modifier is equal to no less than 1. So even if you have a Constitution modifier of 0, you can still hold your breath for a minute.
Genius idea. I'm gonna pop the cork off of one of the potions and I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
So you're
What's your
consuming
Constitution
one right
modifier?
away.
All right, you got 4 minutes before you'll need to drink that bottle.
Oh, I thought you said you
Unless a
drank it. I'm
patrol
confused
comes
here.
by you and attacks you and breaks it.
I mean, that's why I popped the cork off and had it in the mouth. So at least like maybe, you know, it's always still in it, potentially.
Oh, I get what you're doing now. Okay.
Okay, so Kolvak has a pacifier potion in his mouth. What are the rest of you doing?
He pops a bottle in his mouth to hold, and then jumps in there, but not consuming the liquid.
You're diving into stairs?
Ouch.
There's stairs going down into
The water is at the stairs that lead down. Unless you want to go back to the front door that you guys came through and dive down that way.
I'm just gonna put heads down in the water.
What I'm just saying, there are stairs that have the water in it. You said you were diving into the water. I want to clarify. You are diving into the water where there are stairs? Question mark? Or are you walking down into the water where there are stairs?
Why don't you dive at a 45-degree angle, man? I don't have to go straight down.
I just don't see why you would need to dive when there are stairs.
Momentum, heavy beam, getting the best out of my land abilities.
Alright, so I'm gonna pop a cork, put my thumb in it, hold my breath for the minute that I got, and then attempt to drink it.
Okay. Or in combat, what are you guys doing? Are you taking your potion or holding off?
No, I'm just gonna take it.
I could have sworn Kill wanted you guys to have synchronized times, and now that's all being blown out of the
I
water?
just said it will throw off synchronized times. I mean, if one of us had all the time and everything else, especially the beats by the that's not so bad. I can cut it back behind so they can definitely make it to that destination.
Okay.
Goddamn fucking buffers.
Combat and Boar, are you guys taking your potions or stalling? Like the other two?
I'll just
Alright,
take mine.
combat ready, take it.
Yeah.
Okay. Boar, are you taking your potion now?
I don't think Boar's with us.
What happened? Where'd he go? Did he say he was leaving?
Boar advanced us.
Huh?
I think he just went silent. Not 100%. I don't think he said anything.
Is he still in the chat party? Still in the chat party?
All I know is I'm eating a whole raisin bran.
Super soggy, yeah, no.
You know, actually, I kind of like soggy Raisin Bran.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the ones that passes.
Alrighty, as you guys head down below, back to where you came from, someone give me a D12 roll.
I got it. 5.
5? 5? That's what I heard?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alrighty.
Looks like we're fighting again.
No, I'm just trying to decide if the room you guys had a fight in would be refilled.
With enemies or water?
With enemies. It's been 18 hours.
That room.
Well, before we get to that, then I would like to make it like that, down the hallway or whatever.
Go, Betsy, let it go. Betsy, don't move.
High or low?
I mean, I would assume,
Low.
Actually, I do, that somebody was
Alrighty, so as you guys head down the stairs, weave through the hallways, head down to the 3rd level, the room where you had an encounter where one of the enemies swam away deeper into the dungeon. You find that the corpses you had left in this room aren't there. However, there is nothing else in the room.
this is the place with the locks.
No, it is not the place with the locks. This is the room before the place with the locks.
Oh, even better. Right, that's where it's. Oh, that's not.
Alright, go ahead and describe how that scene plays out.
Really?
What are you gonna do?
Well, I just think, I guess, I mean,
Alright. You guys begin to descend the stairs into this room with no longer any corpses in it, except for the corpse of Kolvok. What would you like to do?
Can I tell if there's any potion left in his binky?
So you drank it before you did this?
Where we gone?
Yes.
No, you need to keep everybody down here. Whatever.
You basically could have made it to the lock without the bottle. Okay. So yeah, you see Kolvok's body somewhat floating above the ground. It's your character, man.
Can I see? Alright. I want to watch
Sorry about that. I had to help my wife.
Okay, in that case, I want to watch for his chest to go up and down.
Make a perception check.
What happened? What I missed? Anything
You
important?
died.
Kolvok's playing possum.
Fuck.
Natural 20.
Yeah, that big hefty chest, it's pretty easy to notice when it's still making breaths, and even though he is under the effects of strange magics, that motherfucker's still breathing.
No, it's the whole factor of the fucking concrete water.
What would you like to do, Shadow? Just swim on by?
Okay, well, I'm gonna lay down next to him, but not to fuck around. I'm gonna lay down next to him thinking it's some sort of tactic shit, and I'm gonna whisper to him like, what are we doing?
Are you 5 feet from him, Shadow?
Well, I am laying right next to him, so.
Yes, you can hear him. I tried to make joke. It did not work. I have mastered the art of remaining perfectly still and unseen.
So then I'm gonna whisper, are you done?
I'm pretty sure they were right behind Shadow, so they just watched him swim up, lay next to you,
What happened? What happened?
and
What
then
happened?
noticed a little bit of vibration in the water from the potential of talkages.
I wasn't talking, I farted.
My notes are gonna be wrong.
It could have been a
What
fart.
happened? What I missed? Come on, tell me.
Well, I mean, technically your notes are based off of your perspective of the events.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still up at the top then.
So you guys entered the room where the one guard had gotten away from you. You notice that there are no corpses except for the corpse, potentially, of Kolvok as he is laying at the bottom of the water, motionless. Shadow seemed to investigate him a little bit and then swam up to him, laid down next to him, and it seemed like some kind of noise came from their vicinity. Could have been someone talking, it could have been Kolvok ripping ass.
Okay, the last time I had was he headed down into the water, so Fred followed him.
Yes. In combat also, I assumed that you wouldn't have stayed behind.
No, obviously. So I'm gonna put we all followed, and then Kill had a muscle. Yeah, what?
No, he didn't.
No.
Alright, well, you guys are just gonna have to fill into that story. I'm not even gonna bother writing anything. Okay,
That's
let's
where
go.
we're at.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna put we all followed. We're down in the... So we're down by the hallway where we lost that guy into where that special room is that we were before, right? That was...
And there's no corpses.
Probably the 7 guys we fucking killed. So there could be some more down below. They sent half of them to fucking go do whatever. Check. Shit.
Now keep in mind, if we do stealth checks, it's not going to take us as fast to get down there.
No, we're just gonna go down. Let's do. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's because the enemies you had assaulted weren't really aware that there were intruders, so they were like, hey, time to tell everybody else there's somebody here trying to fuck us up, instead of engaging in combat. Which was Drow. The Duergar were fine with trying to kill you, but the Drow were like, information is the greatest weapon.
Put the fucking milk away.
Alright.
No, she wants yogurt.
So how far ahead are you staying, Kalvak? How far ahead is he staying, everyone?
10 feet. Let's go.
Uh, 15 feet.
Do we have a
You
20?
guys will be making the same same stealth checks or what the fuck ever.
15.1.
You will still all be in a group stealth.
$14.99.
30 feet or more if you want to be considered separated.
We can't separate the group.
It's my famous move.
To me, it's just a meme joke at this point. It's... As we just saw in this last combat, this, honestly though, this dungeon was designed for 7th level parties, so you guys are severely over-leveled for it. But still, you were outnumbered 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 3 to 1? 2? Yeah. Yeah, 3 to 1, 3.5 to 1. And you still won the combat, so...
Fuck it. Go. 30 feet. Get the fuck out, slave.
So are the people in the rear making stealth checks? Because if you're making stealth checks, that distance will increase the farther you go.
Well, I don't think we particularly need to make stealth checks if we have a friendly 30 feet ahead of us. Pulling attention. Unless those stealth checks would be at an advantage.
You would get a surprise round with stealth checks. Okay.
Alright, let's go.
So you guys continue swimming through the corridors, and you make it back to the door with 7 locks. One in Common saying open, one in Elvish saying closed, one in Dwarvish saying open, one in Infernal saying closed, one in Giant saying open, one in something saying something, and one in Undercommon saying close. What would you like to do?
One
Combat,
stupid
start picking.
question here. Why did we move kill 30 feet in the front beginning? I don't get it.
So he could take attacks before anybody else.
If there was somebody ahead of it. Okay, that makes more sense. So just scout ahead. Yeah, so like a scout job. Okay, sorry for interrupting.
The locks are broken and are incapable of opening now.
I punched the locks. So,
I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, they are underwater, so... And they weren't supposed to be underwater in the first place.
I'm gonna pick the first one that says closed.
Solid.
The one in Elvish?
Yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
Okay.
No.
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 Neither.
Vantage. I was stumbling on my words.
13.
13.
Nice.
Alright, you are able to successfully pick the lock, and it would seem to be no longer engaged and locked.
Does anything happen?
Nope. Just that he picked the lock.
Is that just
Elvish
written
word
open?
still says close. Nothing changed on the door, nothing changed in the vicinity, there was no sound. Aside from the sound,
Okay.
yes, they
That's
are all
fine.
on the same door.
So then I just need people to direct me to which ones say closed that I can't read.
I forget, do any of mine say closed?
Common says open, Elvish says open, Dwarvish says open, Infernal says closed, Giant says open, and the Undercommon says closed. The mysterious one.
So
Well, then-
Undercommon and Infernal. Okay.
I'll tell him the Inferno closed since he's looking for the closed locks.
Alrighty.
Okay. 14 on the Infernal.
14, you are
Nice.
successfully able to pick the lock and disengage it.
Alright. Now the next one.
Undercommon also said close,
Alright.
from what Boris tells you.
14.
You successfully pick the lock and disengage it. What would you like to do?
Try to
What was the
Do
third
nothing.
block?
Huh?
What was the third
Undercommon.
block you just did? Undercommon? Okay.
He
Do
has
nothing.
Door.
he has opened the Elvish, the Infernal, and the Undercommon. There's a doorknob.
Yeah.
No one has
What?
tried the doorknob. You
Yeah,
guys
I never
tried the
remember
doorknob
that.
originally, but no one has tried it since. Upon picking locks, nothing has happened.
I
Is
was
someone
about
going
say,
to test
if this
the
door
door?
could have opened before all this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it'd be some shit. So I'll try the doorknob.
All right, you try the doorknob. The door still seems to be locked in place,
Okay.
and
So
then
then
the
What's wrong, buddy?
water around you guys
Yeah.
seems
Why are you crying,
to
buddy?
get darker.
Oh fuck. It's oil. It's poison.
Okay, guys,
Well,
can
I'm
we
safe down
pause
here.
just for a second? Can I just gotta? My kid's crying. I gotta help him out, and I want to find out what happened. So can we just give me 5 minutes?
Very well. 5-minute break. I need to use the bathroom anyways.
Thank you.
Smoke them if you got them.
yeah, just
Anyway.
I think if I just pick that last lock, it should be good. Hopefully.
The one we don't know.
Yes.
Good chance.
Because really, yeah, like what are the fucking... Because if the locks that said closed disengaged, then fucking theoretically, if it's not opening that one, it's still, it's probably not closed. So.
But the confusing part is the ones that you picked that said closed and you disengaged them didn't change. They still say closed.
Yeah, it sounds like they were fucking... They're etched in there, because when he told me about it, I assumed it was something like, you know, it had like a slider, like vacant and fucking...
Yes, that's kind of what I was going with too.
But... Yeah.
But that's not the case.
Yeah, so what if I pick the same fucking lock, it disengaged, so... Yeah. So I'll try picking the last lock and see how that goes.
The question mark lock?
I'm thinking, what if, and if that doesn't work, what if we put those ones back to closed?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
yes, and then because we
have...
don't know the last one, maybe the last one wasn't in the position it was supposed to be.
We have no way of locking it now. I can't, like, reverse lockpick something.
You would be able to relock the...
Oh, will I? Okay.
Yes.
A lock picking is just in terms putting a key in and using a key.
Yeah.
It's not exactly breaking a lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to redo
you're
it.
Using the metal bits to align the pins inside as if the correct key were in there, which would allow you to do whatever you want with the lock, as if you had a key.
Would he get advantage on those locks, it being that he's already done them?
Sure.
That's what I would suggest. If altering the position of the unknown doesn't work, put the other three back into the positions and see if that works.
Okay. But I think with thinking, since my thinking was that it was going to be like sort of like a fucking thing that'll change the fucking, it'll see either open or close on whether or not it's whatever. Definitely fucking swayed me in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll wait for Vance to come back and then we'll give it a fucking whirl.
I keep telling myself the minute I kept saying that the order of the locks does not mean anything.
I could put them in literally any position. They could have been asymmetrically placed, and it would not have affected the way this puzzle is solved.
Yeah. Which means the pattern would not have mattered.
No.
It's just a coincidence how he gave it to us. So, pattern has nothing to do with it. It does not have like a porta potty locking looking thing.
Right.
That's the only thing I could think of is if putting them all in the open position per se doesn't work. That's the only thing I could think of is maybe the last one was not in the right position.
Yeah.
And whatever the words are is what they're supposed to be. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I'll try to do it before whatever fucking engages us from the dark water, you know?
Oh yeah, that is true. Maybe it's like a timer now. Like we fucked with shit. Woohoo! Good thing. Like,
or maybe the dungeon master realized that this was a keypad essential puzzle, and instead of sitting here listening to 0000, nope. 0001, nope. 0002, nope. Then maybe he developed a strike system.
Alright, sorry about that.
We all
Actually,
died.
not sorry about that, because I gotta take care of my kids, so don't apologize to them.
We're on the verge of death. Just because you left us.
Okay, hold up. This suspense
No,
is killing me.
Ninja Death! You smoke this and you can't hear shit!
Oh, I'm gonna smoke something eventually once we're close to
I
the
got
end
shit
of this,
to
so I
do
don't miss
today.
something. You know?
Alrighty.
Okay, so combat tries the handle or the doorknob. Doorknob.
And then the water got darker around us.
Water gets darker.
Did that happen before or after I tried the doorknob?
After the doorknob.
Okay.
It was basically what he's saying is if you're trying to break into a phone with a passcode, you get about like 3 to 4 attempts before it locks you out.
Okay.
But this one is a more deadly concept.
Maybe it doesn't lock you out.
Then I'll try picking that last lock.
Alright, go ahead. This will not be with advantage because you haven't done this lock yet.
The unknown.
The question mark.
Dun dun dun.
15.
15. You are successfully able to disengage the lock, and it seems to be unlocked now. What would you like to do?
Try the door.
Now, before he does anything, see, with a lot of doors, when you have it like unlocked like that, you get like a little bit of extra wiggle room.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Like you can tell it's unlocked.
This thing seems real solid. That you got to give it a good full turn to find out if it's unlocked.
Okay.
No jiggles, no half strikes. You can't just bunt the ball. All right, guys.
Alright, combat, do you?
Alright, try to open it.
All right, you place your hand upon the doorknob. You give it a spin and pull. Nothing. But the water seems to get even a little more darker around you.
Alright.
Well, you know what I suggested.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go through and fucking...
The current theory, Vance, is that the unknown lock was not in the correct position because we know what all the other positions were.
Alright, so I'm gonna start from the top.
Okay.
So the one in common
Yep.
that says open,
Yep, I'll leave that one.
all of the locks were engaged. So that one is still locked.
That one is still locked. Okay.
I mean,
Then
yeah,
I'll
open
pick
it.
that one.
All right. Yep. Just single D12 20. Yep. You successfully open that lock. The second lock next to it, off to the side, is the Elvish one that you have unlocked. Do you want to relock that one or lock it again?
Yeah,
Does it
lock
say
it.
lock or lock?
Elvish
No.
says close.
Okay, so lock it.
All right. Make your check with advantage as you've already done this lock.
20.
Yep. You successfully relock that one. The one underneath of common in Dwarvish says open. It is still locked.
Alright. Unlock it.
All locks
I know
were
Dwarvish.
engaged. Yeah. Shadow knows Dwarvish. Shadow knows Dwarvish.
So combat
Alright,
just
so-
relocked Elvish already.
So 10 on that one.
You successfully unlocked that one. The one next to it, Infernal, says closed, but is currently unlocked.
Alright, lock it.
Go ahead, roll your with advantage on that one.
12.
12, you successfully re-engage that one. The next one,
Any open ones.
Yeah, all locks were engaged, so the only ones disengaged currently are the ones that say close. And the mystery one. So, Giant, go ahead and make your lockpick check if you... What? Network connection failure? I can't hear him.
He said 8.
8?
Yes.
He's struggling with that lock a bit. But he didn't break his shit inside of it, so...
Alright, so 12.
Okay, now I can hear you. Now you open that lock. There is, next to that one, is the mystery lock. Do you want to leave it disengaged or re-engage it?
What was the previous one again?
The one across from it was Giant, which said open.
And then the one after it?
The one which is... Because you have 2 columns of 3, and then in the middle, at the bottom of those 2 columns, is the undercommon one, which says close.
So, oh yeah, so then the whole... I keep going with a pattern for some reason. Fuck. I say put it back.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, we got 2 shots, really, so...
I mean, I'm looking at it this way. They all were engaged, all locked.
Yeah.
So we're opening the other one, so if they were all engaged, there's a good chance that one was engaged.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so go ahead and make your sleight of hand check with advantage, because you've already
13.
worked this lock. Yep, you successfully re-engage that one. And then would make your advantage check on undercommon if you want to re-engage that lock as well.
That was the one that said close, so...
Yes. Undercommon said close.
21.
Alright, you successfully re-engage that lock. What would you like to do?
Alright, so... try the doorknob.
You reach your hand out, grab the doorknob at the center of the door, give a twist, and as you do, the massive brass double doors burst open, and a cyclone of water just begins to flood into where the door is opening into this just voided black space, and all 4 of you are pulled into the door before you can even do anything, and then it slams back closed. Good thing you didn't split the party, because those who had engaged the locks would have been sucked in the door and separated from the rest of the party with no way to tell them what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Probably would have re-engaged. Was it a magical vortex, or was it like water entering like an empty space vortex?
Number 2.
Got it.
What time is it now? It's probably a good place to leave it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's freaking out right now with the kids, and she's got to go to work.
Yeah, so you guys are open the door. What the fuck? Fuck you, internet! I was trying to wrap this shit up. That's not fair. That's bullshit. I wasn't done yet.
Did everybody leave?
No, I got kicked out.
Oh, I got kicked out too.
Oh. Alrighty. For some reason. Alrighty. So, you guys opened the door and pulled in through some vacuous...
And then I got combat relocks elvish.
Hold on, Vance.
Then I
Hold on,
wrote
Vance.
totally
Hold on, Vance.
lost.
Hold on, Vance.
Sorry.
Minute came back, and I think he's wrapping it up, and I don't know if you could hear him.
No,
I
hello?
I didn't
can't
think
Oh,
so.
now I can. There
Fuck.
he is.
Okay. Alright, so, you mess with the locks, open the door, and as you do, the water seems to flood into an empty, aired vacuum space, and you all are pulled into this black void. Shit, what's my usual fucking leaf off thingy? Will the party
they
find
do?
out what's on the other side of this black void? Have they been sucked into their doom, or will they find the well of the old one? Find out next time on Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you had fun. See you next time.
Now fuck
Great
off.
session.
What the fuck?
Alright, Vance.
There's like, how is there so many comments, but I'm not seeing the comments? It says there's 33 comments, but I haven't seen any new comments since because the chessboard looks like a kitchen floor.
Yeah, that's
Same
the last
here.
one I see too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, why does the queen and the chess have more moves than the king? It's not bad. It's not bad.
Connecting to live. I think it's
That's
because you're not
fucking
connected to the live chat, maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
Again,
Anyway, Vance,
no.
Mm-hmm.
what's the last thing you did? Like, were you after it got darker?
Yeah, and then combat went to relock the Elvish lock, and that's
Okay.
all I got. And then you guys kept saying the lock here, the lock there, and then yeah, I wasn't.
So basically, what you could put is Hold on.
Weird. On YouTube, it doesn't
All
show
the
'em.
closed locks, all the ones that said closed,